Welcome to the RAOB program Sounding Diagram Options, Adiabats tab. All features shown are available to the RAOB basic program. Let's first right-click to access the Diagram Options panels, and then the Adiabats tab. This tab allows control of three sets of reference lines: the dry Adiabats, the saturation Adiabats, and the saturation mixing ratio lines. RAOB initially draws these lines by default, but they are turned off here for demonstration purposes. Since the configuration options are the same for each of the three line types, we'll just focus on the saturation Adiabats for now. First, we'll select some lines to see how they look. By default, they are drawn in a lime color as seen in the example window. Now we'll select the All Lines options to maximize the number of saturation Adiabats. And then we'll enable labeling of these Adiabats. These labels may sometimes be hard to see based on your screen resolution and contrast settings, but there are two ways to visually enhance these graphics. First, we can alter the color to a darker shade, such as dark brown, and as a result they are much easier to see. The second way is to change the screen background from white to black. But first, let's change the line color back to its original default colors with the Reset button, and then return to just some lines, and let's also select the Save as Default setting to retain these options. So, to change the screen background, we need to go back to the Options menu and select Program Options. Note that while the Diagram Options panel only controls the currently selected diagram, the program options are global in nature and affect all of RAOB's diagrams in the same way. Upon opening the Program Options panel, we'll just look at the first tab for now, called Display Preferences. Here we'll find the background screen color option, where we'll select the black option and then click OK. And there you go, the saturation Adiabats just pop out at you. And now, just for fun, let's turn on the other two sets of reference lines and see what happens. First, we'll right-click the mouse to open the Diagram Options panels. Now we'll select some dry Adiabat lines and labels and some mixing ratio lines and labels. Just click Apply, and there you go, the full complement of reference lines for a complete thermodynamic diagram. It may look busy and cluttered, but to the experienced meteorologist, it represents a wealth of thermodynamic information. Okay, let's use the Undo button to erase all recent changes, and now we're back to just the saturation Adiabats. Now we'll look at the Style option. Here we can select from dots or dashes, or back to the original solid line with the Set button. For the last item on this panel, we'll demonstrate how to plot and highlight a user-specified reference line. Any of the three plots can be activated, but since the saturation Adiabats are only drawn, we'll just select to plot that line for now, and then click Apply. You'll now see that specified Adiabat is highlighted with a thick line. Before we continue, we'll need to turn off the Adiabat labels to better see the next option. Now let's add a label to the highlighted line by checking the label box. We can also change the line to a different value, let's say 12, and there you go. That completes the Sounding Diagrams Adiabats tab video. Thank you for watching.